Marsha Blackburn, I know you must be pretty happy that Kash made it, and a lot of other people are, because you really need somebody to shake things up. But where does he start, Marsha?
Oh, and David, it was so exciting to be over at the White House with him when he was sworn in. And I know that the FBI is going to benefit by having Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. They're running the agency. The first place to start is to go for accountability and transparency. That is what the American people are wanting to see. They want an end to this two tiers of justice. And of course, my item on his early to-do list is to make certain that the Epstein files are released. We need to know who participated with Jeffrey Epstein in building this global human trafficking, sex trafficking network.
What about lawfare? I know most of that is concerning the Department of Justice itself, but the FBI is involved in a lot of investigations, and we saw how they were acting as a rogue agency. In particular, there's one FBI agent himself who made up stuff in order to get a FISA warrant. How can we really stop the FBI or hold the FBI accountable when any of their investigations deal with political figures?
Well, and this is why you want to end that two tiers of justice and root out the politicization that has taken place in that agency. And Kash Patel has said that he was going to do that, and I have no doubt that he will. It is important to President Trump to end those two tiers and to end that lawfare. People do not want to see federal government agencies weaponized against political opponents or against their neighbors or even against citizens that are out and about and speaking on an issue, like parents that are concerned about school or pro-lifers that are out trying to defend life, and making certain that that weaponization is ended. That needs to happen.
Well, there's got to be transparency at the very least, and that would lead to questioning what do we do about the FISA courts themselves, should they exist? But I want to switch quickly to Defense Department and Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. He's being criticized for getting rid of too many folks who know the most about how the Pentagon operates, and he's looking like an amateur, et cetera. You know, with the deal against Pete Hegseth and what he's doing. What do you think about his job, and how does he go about doing it?
Pete Hegseth is doing a commendable job. And President Trump was so wise to choose a cabinet that had experience in fields, but they were kind of outside of the box. They had other experience other than military, or they had worked in the private sector, not just in government. These are the nominees that President Trump is bringing forward. What you're seeing from Pete Hegseth is saying, look, there is a new way to do things, a better way, a more responsive way to the American people. There is a way to provide better treatment for our men and women in uniform. And in Tennessee, I talk to people that are active duty. I talk to people that are with the National Guard. I talk to our veterans. They are very pleased with the job that Pete Hegseth is doing. And they are very pleased that he is bringing transparency and accountability to the Department of Defense.
And it means a lot that his boots were on the ground in some of these places where they send our soldiers and our troops. And that's so important to the folks, particularly the veterans who look at what's happening there. Marsha Blackburn, great to see you, Senator. Thanks so much for being here.
Good to see you.
Much